What is up, everybody? It is me, Sodaholic, and today, I'm just announcing I'm going to make a mini series called Real Talk. It's a form of TED Talks, except the only difference is it's about real life problems. Maybe stuff that's going on in my life I can talk about, tell it to you guys. Um, or, if you guys have problems and you're like, hey, Darius, having problems with this, what do you think I should do? I can answer all of them. I'm not necessarily the best person to come to, and be like, hey, my girl cheated on me with another man. Should I break into her house or not? However, though, if you guys are like, hey, you know, my girlfriend broke up with me, should I break in her house? You can still, be like, what should I do? If you have serious problems, go and talk to a therapist. But um, I'm having problems of my own that I want to share with you guys, and um, what I want to talk about is the fact of being alone. Being alone, it sucks. It really does, right? There are people who want to be alone, right? They're just like, they're not dealing with anything. They just want to be alone, right? Um, they're like, I want to just be alone for today because, I'm having some problems. And then there's the people who are just, I like being alone. I don't like dealing with anyone. Introverts, right? Now, me, I personally think I can be both sides. I can go outside and talk to people, but there are times where I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to meet new people. I don't like meeting new people. If I can avoid it, I can. But then there are days where I'm like, I want to go do things, right? I want to go hang out with friends. Um, just things like that happen. But what's the point I'm trying to get to, right? The point I'm trying to get to is being alone does suck, and for me, it's a fear I have. I don't like being alone. And you might be thinking, oh, well, you recording in a room by yourself is you being alone. That's not what I'm talking about. What I mean by being alone is, you know, mentally by yourself alone, right? Like, for example, I live with my grandparents, so I'm not alone, right? I can call them, I can talk to them, and I can say, hey, my day was not the best, but I still need to talk about things. However, there are days where I'm like, I don't want to talk about these things because, you know, it's just something I don't want to talk about, which is fine. However, there are times when you shouldn't be alone. When you are alone and you want to talk to someone and you don't have anyone, that is a fear I have. I don't like being alone. When I just want to talk to somebody and say, hey, can I talk to you about how my day was? If I don't have those people, that is your form of being alone. And it is not a pleasant feeling to have. Now, when I go and talk to my friends about it, they say, oh, well, you need to be comfortable with yourself. You need to be content with yourself and say, hey, I sometimes am alone. It is a fear I can overcome. However, when you think about it, the world isn't as simple as it seems, right? People already have challenges. People already have the challenge of trying to wake up in the morning, right? I don't have that problem. I mean, there are times where I don't wake up. That's not a fear. It's not, it's a problem, but you can fix it. Same thing with the problem being alone. I can overcome the fear. It's not that hard to overcome. And I'm not, so scared of it. It's the fact that I don't know what I'll do if it happens. So when they say keep your friends closer, your enemies closer, they have a point. Because then you'll have someone to, bicker back, bicker and bicker and bicker with. When you have friends, though, you can go and say, let's hang out, or let's, whatever. It's also the problem of why having a girlfriend is important. If you have a girlfriend, you can call them up and say, hey, babe, how was your day? My day was okay. How was your day? And, talking about this, talking about that. You can have intimacy with them. When you have people like that actually care for you and want to be there for you, it's a good thing to have that. However, you also need your friends, because if something happens between there, you can bounce back on them and say, oh, this happened. I need help. But, like I said, there are times where that doesn't happen. Some people can't just call up their friends. Some people can't just get a girlfriend. It's not that simple. So dissecting into, the minds of like Robin Williams and stuff. A very happy guy, loved hanging out with people, was married, all of this stuff. He wasn't alone. He was just struggling with, whatever was going on back here or right here. I can deal with all of that. And if I can't, I can talk to people who can help me through that. It's not that hard. However, I'm scared that if I lose people and can't talk to nobody, I don't know if I can handle myself. At the end of the day, us people together, we can triumph anything if we are together. If we are by ourselves, it is a very, very much harder task. Everyone should know that. Some people will say, oh, you're lying. That's not true. It is true. Look at movies like Deadpool. Deadpool did some things by himself. Other things he had to do with a team. Take Batman. Batman can do simple beating up bad guys by himself. There are times when he needs help. There's the Teen Titans. They all work together to beat one person or multiple people. Teamwork is always better. And I feel like we all need to start being better and working together. Everyone has their own opinions about something. Everyone has their own biases. Everyone has their own claims. Whatever. At the end of the day, all of us can agree on one thing. We are all humans. We all live on planet Earth. And if all of us work together to accomplish something, we can accomplish a great evil. When Hitler was trying to invade, what did we do in World War II? America and a bunch of other countries gathered together and took down Germany and them. Perfect example of, humans working together to accomplish one thing. Now, I know I'm going off track, so I'm just going to say right here, right now, if you ever think you're alone, don't immediately assume you're alone. Talk to friends, talk to people, talk to them, and say, I'm having this trouble, right? If they want to help you, they are good people. Keep them. If they can't make time for you, or they only want to listen for their drama, cut ties with them, okay? I understand sometimes you're like, well, I've been friends with them for this long. If you're not seeing the signs, start looking for them. It can screw you over in a matter of seconds. Anyways, thank you guys. This is episode 1 of Real Talk. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. And thank you guys for letting me talk. I will see you all in the next video I make.